Hey everyone, how you doing today? Hello Tito, hello Kevin. Hi Salman. Hey Tocayo. Hola Felipe. Hey Austin, Patrick, how you doing guys? How you doing? So, hey Diane. What's up Diane? Hello Randall. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining today. Today it was an awesome day. Awesome day. I had a really nice trade. I had a really nice trade. It was super early in the morning. So I took advantage of my day and I took my wife for a breakfast. What about this? So I took my wife for breakfast. We went out to a nice French place that we like close to home. And that's what trading is about, guys. That's what trading is about. Um, I wasn't looking I wasn't looking into trading for spending 12 hours in front of my charts a day, right? I wasn't looking into trading to be stressed out all the morning, to be uh, draining my energy, draining my focus, draining my capital in front of charts. I was looking into trading for what we call total freedom. It's time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. So this is all about trading today. I was very prepared. I was expecting a move. I planned my trade. I traded my plan, and I took my profits, and I just went out, disconnected of trading, enjoying my life, enjoying my family, enjoying my time. So this is an invitation to all of you guys to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep improving every day. Because once you figure out trading, this is a skill for life. This is a skill for life. You are gonna stack a lot of money, and it's not about money, it's about the freedom that comes with that burden, economic burden, of like needing a job, needing to go into the traffic, the morning traffic, going to the office, spending time with people that you don't like, maybe reporting to a boss that like he or she is not like like what you expected to be a leader. So yeah, guys, please, 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 please keep grinding, keep pushing, keep learning, and I trust you. I trust you. I believe in you. I know you are gonna get it. I know you will become consistently profitable, and you will start enjoying this trading life. It's not about, well, I mean, I hope you guys are like our coaches with Lambos, McLarens, a huge house or several houses, beach house, traveling the world. That will be awesome, right? But I just want for you total freedom. All right. So, hola Alex, hey Chen, hello Sven. Let's take a look to markets today. So I'm gonna show you my trade. I'm gonna tell you what I was trying here. This is very simple. Markets after yesterday's drop, it tried to recover some on the pre-market, but it actually never reclaimed this 664.55. So after this rejection, market looked very weak, and for being honest, I just wanted to see previous day low again. And well, we have this break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. Break and retest of this 5-minute opening range. And something that I like, it's probably you can't see very clear here, but this is the 664. I know this is not the pre-market low, but this is kind of, I mean, if you take away this candle here, this is the pre-market low, right? This 664. So rejection of this 664, it was showing me a lot of weakness. It was showing me what the market wanted to do. So I just took advantage of that. Again, it was preparation. It was about planning my trade and trading my plan. So I took this break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting all the way to previous day low on this move. But well, I mean, I got this move. It was a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade all the way to 662.50. Do you remember, guys? We have been using half numbers and whole numbers for our targets on the indices, right? So yeah, I mean, we can start looking at the previous day close. We can start looking at this is the 663.05, 663. So whole numbers, half numbers for the indices, they have been working wonders. So that's exactly what I tried here. So I really have a very nice trade. I size up accordingly to my A+ setup because this is pretty much what we were looking this morning. So this is my full size, and I took like more than half of my position, around 80%. So again, today was an amazing day for me. Then we tried to recover. We came back. We were struggling around this previous day close. We came back, retested pre-market low, and then we had this new drop. And I draw these two lines here. Well, this was a line because I was talking to Luke about taking this trade back for more downside. And I was like, oh, I don't know, look, I'm watching this trend line here. If we break this trend line, I might be interested. Only if we are kind of respecting this intraday key level. So we kind of continue with this trend line here. Can you see here? And then when we retested the pre-market low, look at this rejection here. I really like this rejection here, and on the next candle we are back below the previous day close. So I would like this push down, because it's breaking these two trend lines here, It's below previous day close. That's external liquidity. This is a very important point here. And I was expecting another drop, and that's exactly what happened, right? Like, I mean, after this, after breaking this previous day close, after breaking this 663, look how buyers and sellers were actually. This was the battle zone, the battleground from just that we discussed yesterday, right? So everything below this previous day close, everything below this 663. Was a good sign of another drop. So that's exactly what happened here. I was expecting at least previous day low. So this was the first opportunity here. Kind of aggressive, but well, it was the rejection of pre-market low, right? And then we had this, right? This is the break and retest again, 663. 663, but it's not a random line on the chart. Look at this. This is the battleground. So once we broke this battleground here, it's expected more downside. So this could be a good another opportunity for here. And as you can see here, it's respecting market structure. So this is great. And this is another opportunity here. Break and retest of low of the day. Break and retest of low of the day, and more drop. And this drop was amazing. This drop was amazing all the way to 660. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but well, I'm sure you guys get all of these opportunities here. So let me go back to the chat. Alex, thank you for that. You're very welcome. Yeah, remember, guys. I mean, I'm right here. I'm trying to explain different, and spotting different entry opportunities according to our system. But it's always a good opportunity here to share what I think it's the most valuable. And I think technicals, you already got the technicals. You already know about the break and retest. You already know about the key level. So I just think that sometimes the most valuable thing that I can give to you, it's something on the performance coaching, right? Because it's the mindset, it's the emotion control, and it's all that it's not technical. It's in your trade management that is actually what you are struggling. So that I just like to share this kind of stuff with you. All right. Um, Hello, Faisal, Sherry. Hey, Paul. Hola, Moni. Hi, Eileen. Well, that was my trade, Eileen. What do you think about that? What do you think? It was very early in the morning, 9:40, 9:40, no, yeah, 9:45. Yeah, it was 9:45. And yeah, I just finished early. I finished early. Just as Tony said, like it was like a 30-minute work day. I just love it. Um, hey, Kevin Basinga. Hello, Chen. What's your thoughts on the battle zone between 663.40, 663.50? Well, that's perfect, right? That's perfect. It's below pre-market low. It's below pre-market low, and there's a lot of touches here. As you can see here, it was like the previous low of the day. This was the one of the first lows of the day. So this area here, that's perfect. That's the battle zone that you were looking at. Hola, Felipe. You entered SPY break and retest 15-minute low, 10:05. 10:05. This one here. Okay. Yeah, this candle was great. This candle was great. That nice rejection of this previous day close. Yeah, I think it was just unfortunate, but that was a good entry, Felipe. That was a good entry. Kevin, can I just trade the SPY with you? Yeah, you can. AMD is coming back up. Yeah, I like AMD on the way down, not so much on the way up. So let's wait for some weakness on AMD and let's just give me a few weeks. I'm kind of having this personal challenge about sticking to just one setup on SPY and QQQ for a few weeks. Luke has been my accountability buddy. Thank you, brother. And just give me a few weeks. It's just a personal challenge. It's not about money. It's about sticking to a plan. It's about developing patience. It's about respecting my own rules. And well, that's what I'm doing now. In a few weeks, I'll start looking again to tech names. I will share more ideas on the next weeks. Right now, just as I said, I'm focusing heavily on SPY and QQQ. Ken, you took my first try, 10:21, something like here. You were stop out something like here, right? 10:51, yeah, something like here. All right. Hello, Gabi. Oscar, SPY, if we are waiting a drop for a put, do you think between 663 and 662 it was worth it to enter 662, 663? Give me 1 second here. What if we just go to the 15-minute chart? 662, 663. Yeah, well, that was a super nice area. So if you break previous day low, remember that's actually my favorite. That's my favorite setup. The break and retest of previous day low. I mean, also previous day high, but I prefer puts. So This will be exactly what you are saying. Your area between 662, 663. So 662 will be previous day low. So that will be a perfect entry. Can you try again 1054? 1054. That was a really nice one, and you are now a millionaire, right, Chen? How long you hold this? I hope you're still in that trade. Look at this. Well, now probably you already got it somewhere around here, right? Did you took that ride to 660, Chen? Please, I hope you did. I hope you did. Hello, Chandru. Oscar, due to consolidation from the previous day, or was it better to wait below 663? Well, again, everything below 662, that will be awesome, right? Because it's the 1221. Oh my God, Chen! Wow, that was a great trade. That was a great trade. Congratulations, my friend. 220%. Oh my God, absolutely nuts. Congratulations, congratulations. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right. So Oscar, I think the closer to previous day low, it was the best. Once you went below 663, that was very close to the previous day close. I just think that anything that you take below previous day close, it was a nice entry. Hey, how do you see that, Crunchy? I mean, Ken, did you share that on our group? I think you didn't. Congratulations, my friend. That was an awesome trade. Um, Neto, I took a similar SPY put trade. I was seeing 941, 941. 941 here. All right, like the first immediate retest right here, and you went out 953. Very good. That was awesome. That was awesome, Austin. Congratulations there. Did you take, Austin? Did you take same day expiration? Because I think if you took same day expiration, that move was something like this one, right? Like 80%. Gabi, what a good trade, the first one. Thank you, thank you. Last night I saw a head and shoulders formation on the 15-minute chart. Can be. Something like this. It can be. It can be. I mean, I see what you're saying. So maybe, look at this. Maybe we are just making a retest and we will have more dump. What do you think, Gabi? Probably. Austin, yeah, 50% on your entry. Good. It was so if it was 50%, what contracts did you get, Austin? 663 maybe? 663 puts same day expiration, or 662 tomorrow's expiration, something like that, right? All right. Kevin, agree. Thank you. Puts are my trade. Good. 663 same day expiration. Yeah, same day expiration. Because same day, because you had 60%. That was kind of the, Luke took that same trade with the same contract, 663 puts. Good job there. Money, let's do the challenge. Yeah, well, remember, it's not like the $5,000 challenge or $10,000 challenge. It's more like a discipline challenge. I'm challenging myself to stick to only one setup, and that setup it's the break and retest to the downside on SPY and QQQ on this kind of area. Just gave us a new name yesterday: break, retest, and boom. So this is kind of the break, retest, and boom. Okay. All right. Yeah, the 15-minute chart looks good, right? And just as we said, I mean, on the 15-minute chart, maybe we are still coming to retest here and more drop. And for being honest, I wouldn't be surprised. Can you see here? I mean, this area here, 658. That will be a nice area to retest. That will be a nice area to retest. So let's see what happens today later. Just stay alert for a retest right here, and maybe 662. Maybe we have a retest today and a drop tomorrow. 3 days in a row. That's not that crazy. Actually, that's, I mean, for real, that's not that crazy. And this area here, 659, 658. That's like a lot of volume right there. Even here, 656. It's a healthy, very healthy pullback. So I wouldn't be opposed to something like that. Chen, a test on your patience. I know. Come on, Kevin. 645. I think just that's just too much. Don't you think? Oh. Oh. 650 maybe 645. I don't know, brother. 645. Looks like too much for me. $6.45. Well, it's actually not that much. Well, I don't know. Like maybe let's see next days. Let's see next days what happened. All right. Yeah, Crunchy. I did. But it's just break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. Oh, why? Wait a minute. What happened? Oh my gosh, what I did here? Give me 1 second, guys. Yes. All right. Yeah. This was the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Now here we are. Okay. So yeah, this was the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. Okay. Let's go to QQQ, guys. All right. So kind of the same thing. It was the break and retest of this 5-minute opening range low. As you can see here, this break and retest came up a little bit later than in SPY because it was holding better. It was holding better. Maybe because Tesla. I don't know. You know, sometimes like QQQ, Tesla, they do their own thing. So this was a nice retest here. 5-minute opening range low. Previous day close. Rejection here. So I will maybe take this one here just because this reaction on SPY, it was this retest on this previous low of the day. So I will be like, okay, well, I can take this, I can assume this risk, and again, I will be looking for something like this. Maybe, yeah. Well, right here it's a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. Just to this 15-minute key level, 15-minute chart key level, it was a 1 to 2.7. That was great. Market structure was intact. As you can see here, this is kind of the battleground. So once you broke back down into this, you have a huge drop. You had a huge drop here. So break, retest, 597.45. This is another good entry. But what about this? This is break, displacement, retest, hard rejection of previous day low. This is my favorite setup. Break, displacement, retest, nice reaction and rejection of previous day low. You take your position right here, risk or stop loss invalidation level at the top of these retesting candles, and you take it to the next key level. This case is 595.47, let's say 595.50. So right here, it was a 1 to 6.4 risk reward ratio trade. But look at these guys. I mean, this is a huge drop. 1 to 16, come on. That will be awesome, right? That will be awesome. And what about this one here? Break, retest, 596. Break, retest, 595. So you can do this as many times as you want. But can you see how half numbers, whole numbers are working? They are just amazing. Alex, I entered QQQ 1005. 1005. Right here. Nice, perfect entry, Alex. I think my risk was too much and then that managing my trade badly. Come on. You were scared out like here, right? You just chicken out, close your position here. I'm just a chicken. I can see. Okay. Faisal, I took the same trade as you on SPY, and on QQQ I took the retest of Friday's low, 1154. 1154. Right here. That was, again, that was a good one because this is the break and retest of 596. 596 right here. Look at this, 596 break and retest. That was perfect. Is it oversold? Come on, guys. $1-2 on a $600 asset. That's nothing. Dian, why my pre-market low QQQ it's 598? I don't know. 598. Maybe because you are 598 right here. 598. It's not the pre-market low. It's the after-market low. So just make sure that that's what I do. This is what I do. Personally do. I take the pre-market as 4 to 9:30 a.m. New York time. So that probably if you were drawing manually like by yourself, these key levels, probably you took the aftermarket low. That's the 598. Can you see here? Right here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Oscar. Neto, this is what I did not realize. I was too emotionally involved in a put trade since 10:06. I exited on the break and retest of the previous day low. Are we talking about here, QQQ, Oscar? Yeah, totally exhausted. QQQ, please comment on that entry. 10:06. 10:06. Well, I mean, this is perfect, guys. I mean, you need to trust the setup, right? You need to trust the setup, or even, for example, Alex, you said that you exited here because you were a chicken, and I can understand why. Because I mean, if you enter on this impulsive candle, even if you enter like right here below the 5 minute opening range low and the previous day close, right here you are 15-20% negative. Right here you are 15-20% negative. And the one thing with these kind of trades, if you are taking same day expiration, is that you need to size accordingly. And when I'm saying size accordingly, remember, this is not about the reward, the potential reward. This is about the risk you are willing to take, right? So if you are gonna risk, let's say, 15, 20, 25%, just as I'm doing right now, right? Just as I'm doing right now. If you are willing to risk that amount or that percentage on your trade, you need to make sure that you size accordingly, right? So if you are willing to risk $100, all right, size your trade as you can have a 20% drawdown and it matches your $100 that you are willing to risk. All right. So that's the importance of position sizing. It's not about the potential reward, it's about how much you are willing to risk. All right. That's the most important on the position sizing. It's not about how convinced you are about your setup. It's not about how much conviction you have on your chart. It's about how much you are willing to risk. All right. Um, exactly on 10:17. Chicken. All right. Diane, I don't know. Can you send a message to Mina? Sometimes Mina is here. Mina, if you are here, please just raise your hand. But if not, Diane, you can go to the Discord or even on the Traders Lab and just ask directly to Mina. I'm not sure why the tool is doing this. All right. Basil, hi Neto, how are you? Enter SPY puts 949. That's what we did. Very good. Eileen, I don't think I understand position sizing fully yet. Any resources I can watch? Well, the Eileen on the Traders Lab, go to the mastermind videos. I think we talk about position sizing on. I don't remember if it's like the second or the third session. But we talk a lot about position sizing. Could you give an example of how you put your position sizing idea into practice? Yes. For example, let's say I'm willing to risk $200 per trade. All right. Okay, so $200, and I know this kind of plays can take me on a drawdown all the way to 20%. All right. So if I'm willing to risk only $200, my size for this trade should be $1,000, right? So if I hit my stop loss, it's gonna be very close to my 20% that I agreed on my plan to take as risk here. And that's how position sizing works. You size accordingly to the percentage that you are willing to risk, and this needs to be different on every ticker, because you know Tesla moves differently to AMD or to Amazon or to Apple. So that's why you need to know your ticker, its personality, how it moves, what days it trends, if it reacts to news, everything. You need to know your ticker as the back of your hand, because you want to understand how it reacts to anything possible on the market. And if it goes to your stop loss, that you agreed to have a stop loss according to you, the risk you are willing to risk, that you are willing to take, then you have a position size for this. All right. Makes sense. Thank you, Tito. Yeah, if you need anything else, just let me know. But I think that's the most obvious example. If you are willing to risk $200 and you know that these kind of drawdowns or during validation on this kind of place is 20% or something similar to 20%, well, your position size should be $1,000. If you want to go all in and you want to spend $2,000-$3,000 on this trade, make sure that you understand that then you can take more than 10% on your stop loss, right? So that's exactly how it works. Okay. Basil, just want to share with you guys, when I think about getting into the market to make money, I lose if I'm focusing only on execution, then the win comes. Yes, exactly. When you stop watching your P&L and you start focusing on your chart, everything gets easier. Chen, I personally think the easiest way to look at it is the risk on the underlying times delta. You see, well, you know what? I really don't know how to use the Greeks like this well. So what I do is I get to know my ticker. I understand how much it can draw down in my kind of place, and I understand how it moves. So that way I don't need to make like rocket science math. I just go see my chart and I say like, okay, well, 40 cents on the contract or 40 cents on the underlying, for me it's gonna represent 15% drawdown. I'm willing to risk that. This is a play that I can take, right? So I think it's easier when you get to know your name, something like this, like more on experience and visual, than trying to do rocket science math every time you want to take a trade. All right, you're very welcome, guys. All right, so let's go to the next one. AMD, this was kind of easy. This is the break and retest, previous week high, but also this 162. It has been a key level on the daily chart for so long that I actually don't remember when we started using this. 162. Look at this. 162, more than 1 year ago. And now it has been used several times. Resistance, support, resistance. This 162 has been a key level on the daily. Super aggressive, right? So we had this break and retest of this 162, also this previous week high, and then the drop. And with the indices dropping, this was kind of an obvious play. I have drawn this one here, and I want to talk about this. The main reason I want to show you this is look at this, on the higher time frame. We have this one. Well, let's go to the 1 hour. All right, 1 hour. We have this 164.53. It's a previous week high. Can you see here? Previous week high. we reject. So we are not ready. We are not ready to break this range we talked yesterday. We are still not ready to break this range, and it rejected 164. So once you rejected 164, for me it was like, okay, well, it's coming back to the range. It's coming back to the range. So right here, I really like this rejection. And then this is a concept that we don't use too much, but this is a fair value gap, right? So what is price doing here? It's coming back for this fair value gap. Everything here inside. So we came close this fair value gap or this imbalance. Actually, I don't like fair value gap. I prefer imbalance. So we come back, retest, and look at this. We are rejecting 164, whole number, half numbers. So I really like this one here. It's just like it's 939, 940. It's above previous day high. So that's why I'm not super sure about this. But after rejected 164.53, I really like it. I really like it. Crunchy, you had Neto, sorry, go back to position sizing. For example, NVDA have a certain number of cons that equal 1,000. I can risk 200. Can you rephrase your question, Eileen? All right, DC is already helping us right here. Thank you, DC. All right, so that was a good entry there. That was a good entry there. And after that, I wouldn't trust anything. Like maybe this drop here, but no, that will be the only play on AMD. Then we had Amazon, and Amazon was even easier than anything, right? So we had this break and retest. What do you think? 222.50, half number, strike number, psych number. So 222.50, can you see here? This is a nice break and retest. It's below the 1 minute opening range low. It's coming back really nice here. It has been rejecting this 1 minute 223 right here. Rejection, more rejections, drop, came back, rejection right here to 22.50. So I really like this area here to enter into a position to the downside. So you can try this one here. You can try this one here. Both of them have really clear objectives. It could be previous day low. It could be previous day close. It could be this 220.50. This is a 15-minute chart key level. So you have a lot of confluence to the downside. And then you had this. This is a break and retest of this previous low of the day. Hard rejection right here. And, well, if you were aiming to this 15-minute key level, 15-minute chart key level, you had this. What's going on here? 11 in the morning. I don't know what happened here that created this candle wick like this. But if you were paying attention to what you were doing, you can actually hit this one here, right? If you didn't, well, you were stop out. But this is the same trade that you can take here, right? So you actually had two different opportunities from here. Look at this as the 84% rule, maybe. Look at this as the 84% rule on this play, and look at this. You could be aiming to previous day low, and it was a 1-4 risk reward rate to trade. That's something that I like. Anyone took Amazon today, guys? Anyone took Amazon today? No one. All right. Let's go to the next one. NVIDIA was just chilling. Can you see here? Yeah, we had this break of the 5 minute opening range, but we didn't have any good reaction on the key level. So we come back to the range. We kind of have these head and shoulders here. We had some good reaction, but never broke the 5 minute opening range low. So yeah, it was later in the day, 11:30, when you actually broke this range here. Late for me. Yeah, it had an amazing drop. You can actually take advantage of something like this. This is a break and retest of this area here. But again, too late for me. Too late for me. Anyone took or tried something on NVIDIA? No. Tesla. There, I received several. I can't remember how many, but I mean more than 10 different messages about why did we take Tesla on the community if the indices were dropping. I have told you guys several times that it depends to your playbook. If you still don't get Tony and Jack's playbook, it's because you are not paying attention. It's super clear that they are always looking for relative strength or indices alignment to the upside. Why? Because it's easier for a community. First, because that's what it. I don't know. I mean, they are super good taking that setup. But second, because that's easier for a community, right? Like it's always easier to share calls on a community with a relative strength name than trying to provide alerts or hints on puts, right? Because puts, they happen like super fast. Sometimes you are, I mean, if you are late on some puts, and I mean, you understand that we have talked about this several times. So what they were watching here, for being honest, is super easy to spot a break, nice displacement, and retest of the 5 minute opening range high. There's no secret sauce. There's no rocket science here. It's a clean and nice break and retest of the 5 minute opening range high, and also it's above the previous week high. So a lot of confluences of Tesla doing its own thing. Tesla never listens to anyone. Tesla is never following anyone. Tesla has its own energy, its own thing. So, well, that's exactly what happened today with Tesla. And later on the day, look at this. This was a really nice opportunity here of this on this area here. So right here, look at this. Right here, it's why I have this. This is the one candle rule. No, I was no. Now I remember. Okay, I was watching these candle wicks right here. Actually, something like that. Yeah, all these candle wicks right here. Not as a battleground, or not as a one candle rule, or not as a like the it's more like the break and retest of this previous high of the day. Sometimes, again, I don't like and I don't want you to start just looking at lines here. I want you to understand why all these candle wicks are important, and why the bodies of these candles are even more important than the candle wicks. So the price action here, this is your battleground. This is the area that you are paying attention, not the lines. I mean, you also the lines, but also right here, the battleground. All right. So that's why you could actually enter here for more continuation to the upside. because this is a really nice break and retest of this previous high of the day, this battleground. So this is exactly what we do, but to the upside, right? uh Kevin, Tesla was the 5 minute, yeah, 5 minute uh break and retest of the 5 minute opening range. Strong when the indices were weak. Great trade. I added on that for $4 dip right here. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, just because the market structure was intact, you can actually, like, add it to your position here. I don't like to add on options, um, but well, yeah, that was a perfect add right here. That was a perfect add right here. So if you guys still don't understand why they took this trade, it's a super clean break and retest 5 minute opening range. And yes, this was not aligned to the indices, but it had a lot of relative strength. So that's the playbook of them. That's their playbook. That's why I mean, if you go back to their trade reviews, you will see that they are looking always for relative strength. That's the relative strength, that's what they are looking. So today it was just a good example of this. I know, actually, someone texted me like, oh, but Jack ended cutting this earlier. Yeah, well, it's understandable because indices were going on the opposite direction, right? So on these pullbacks, you don't want to give back anything, and at any given moment, these can start aligning to the indices. So that's why he cut it maybe earlier than Tony. Eileen, thanks for explaining how Tony and Jack looks at trades, especially on Tesla. They know this ticker really well. Finally understanding why they did it. Good strategy there, Kevin. Good strategy there. All right, guys. So I'm sorry, I have to leave early today. We went over SPY, QQQ, and the 4 names that we trade the most. Again, guys, thank you very much for joining. Also, thank you very much for all of the questions that you make on the chat. I think the chat has been doing this exercise like really interactive. I tried to answer all of your questions. Please let me know if you want me to go deeper in any topic, and I will be glad to do it. So you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, take a look to my website, guys. Thank you for all of you that have visited and left a message there. Just as a reminder, we have free resources on the website. You don't need to leave even your email. You just go there, download the checklist. There are some performance trading performance tools, so just go there, grab them, and all right, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.